Hello guys, Avery Moser, and today I'm going to be going over different ways and best ways to carry your World War II personal items or gear, kind of. So yeah, but this is going to be part one, jackets. I don't have the HBT jacket or like M43 or tanker jacket, but I can kind of go over it a little bit and tell you guys. But yeah, so first off, we got the M37 wool shirt. You can see it only has 2 pockets in front, right here. So you can keep stuff there. This is what you want to keep. It's a good spot to keep a lot of your stuff. So like cigarettes, lighter, and yeah, just a lot of things. But if it's a really wet and rainy event and you don't want it to get wet, it could get wet there, so you might not want to keep that in there, something. But like a cigarette case that's sealed good or something, you could put in there. Just have this one, you can put in there. And letters, if you don't want to get wet and water damaged, you could keep them somewhere else, such as in stuff like books too, like a Bible or a journal or anything. It might be able to stay dry in there, but if you don't want it wet, and it's a really wet event, don't keep it in there. You can just like put it in there, and it'll stay right on your chest and probably stay dry. But yeah, so yeah, 2 pockets can keep letters and stuff, but like I said, don't want them to get wet, don't keep them there. And if you have stuff like a pen that you have with your journal, that it could, if it gets wet, spill ink everywhere and stain your uniform. So if it's a wet event, don't keep a pen in your pocket or something, because you don't want it to get all over and stain your uniform if it gets wet. But like gum, you don't want it to get really wet because it could get all gross and mushy then. But yeah, if it's not wet, these are perfect spots to keep pretty much anything that can fit in there. But yeah, so moving on, you got the M41 jacket. Now, the M41 jacket, it only has 2 pockets, which is a bad thing. It has no pocket room. A lot of soldiers would complain. But later, the M43 jacket, that had plenty of pockets, obviously, and plenty of pocket space, so yeah. But the M41 only has 2 pockets right here, and yeah, so you can keep anything that'll fit in there. Again, if you don't want it to get wet, and don't keep in here because it could easily get wet if it's raining. Your jacket gets wet, pocket gets wet, and what's in it will get wet, like a Bible, letters. You don't want to get water damage and smear all the ink or whatever. Again, cigarette case that's sealed, it'd be fine if it's sealed tight and water won't get in it. And yeah, so, but again, same thing as that M37 wool shirt. If it's dry, if it'll fit in there, it's good. But yeah, your more important stuff you would want to keep in your M37 wool shirt. But you could keep stuff in here, like a Zippo would easily fit in there. Cigarettes. And yeah. But yeah, so another thing you can do if you want, I'm not gonna do it, but with your with the M41 jacket, you can cut a hole right here in the lining just like cut right there and have a hole in there. So then whatever you put in there will rest in between, just wait. It'll rest, I can get it. So it'll rest in between this wool lining and this wool lining right here and the outside lining will cover. It'll rest in between that. So so rest in between that, but you don't want, you want to put a Zippo in it because it could get lost in the lining. Something big, like something that you could get out, like a book or something that you'll easily be able to find in there. But yeah, another thing, I've seen some videos of people doing it, and reenactors, they said that there's original stuff, things of soldiers actually doing it, but you could take like HBT wool, any material pretty much, just cut out a rectangle or something and put it right here, and sew it just around like that. Well, obviously leave the top open, and then you could just have an inside pocket. You could do it on both sides, doesn't really matter, but I've seen people do that. You could do that, and they just give you more pocket space, because like I said, the M41 jacket really didn't have too much pocket space. Just these two pockets right here. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. You can carry stuff. Good ways to carry your stuff. But yeah. So again, in the wet events, you want to carry them someplace where you can, if you don't want it to get wet, and you carry it somewhere where it can get dry, stay dry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the Tinker jacket is pretty much same thing, just has these two pockets right here, so can't really carry much stuff in it. But yeah, and the M43 jacket, obviously, as you guys probably know, has a lot of pocket room, so you don't really have to worry about that. You can fit a whole K ration in it. I believe it's an M43 jacket that you can. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but yeah, M43 jacket, you can just fit a whole crap load of stuff in there, because his pockets are so big, and you got 4 pockets. And last, the HBT jacket, or whatever, you just pretty sure you just got the 2 pockets up here. Yeah, you could just pretty much keep anything in there, same as the M37 jacket, wool shirt. Keep anything that you don't want, anything that wouldn't matter if it got wet. But yeah, like a knife or something, you can clean it off. Wouldn't be bad if it got wet. Like a little pocket knife. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Part 1 of how to carry, or best ways to carry your World War II personal items. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.